Hi, I'm Graham. Welcome back to Man vs Film. This is going to be a Blu-ray pickup video for the month of October 2015.
Man vs Film.
Okay, to start off with, in September there was a huge Masters of Cinema sale on, and I managed to pick up a few of the movies that didn't have at really good prices. Again, some of these I've seen, most of them I haven't seen, but usually the Masters of Cinema stuff is excellent and something to experience, so I'll just burn through these as quick as I can. One that I have seen but I haven't seen in a while was Silent Running, one of the best science fiction movies ever. Elia Kazan's Boomerang, Le Pont du Nord, Time to Love and A Time to Die, Fellini's Roma, La Notte, and World Success Spoil Rock Hunter, which is recently out of print, so I'm really happy to get a hold of this one before it vanishes from the shops. Okay, so most of the movies that I've purchased this month are rewatches, things that I've seen before. There's a couple of movies I haven't seen, ones that I've really wanted to pick up at some point. So the first one I pick up is We Need to Talk About Kevin. It stars Tilda Swinton, John C. Reilly and Ezra Miller. I know a little bit about this. It's about a teenage boy that does something that has a dramatic effect on her mother and the community around about him, and her having to live with it, and I think it's told in an unusual structure. I'm really interested to see what it's about. There was lots of reviews when it came out. It got really high ratings. It was supposed to be a really good movie, and now that it's died down, it's time for me to give it a try. Along with Akira, another manga that I picked up is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I don't know much about it at all, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And that's all about the movies I haven't seen this month. Again, the rest of it's into like rewatches. I'm heavily into the 80s at the moment and 90s horror, and that's kind of what I've spent most of my money on this month. So one that I haven't seen for a while, and that's, again, I'm trying to build up my Tony Scott collection, is Days of Thunder. Tom Cruise racing cars really fast. It's a Bruckheimer production. It is what it is. It's nothing fancy, but you know what, I've got a real hankering to watch it. The screenplay is by Robert Towne, who also wrote like Chinatown, one of my favourite movies, and it's got Robert Duvall talking to a car about what he's going to do to it, but not in a weird way. Well, it's kind of weird. It's fun anyway. Next up is a movie that I am absolutely dying to rewatch. I haven't seen this in years, and I just have this right hankering, and I happened to stumble across it at a really good price. This was a second-hand Blu-ray, and I got it for a couple of pounds, and it's one that I cannot wait to rewatch, and that is Demolition Man, starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes as the 20th century's greatest cop and greatest villain who are frozen in time and got unfrozen in the future, where everything's a bit wacky, and Snipes, Simon Phoenix, is running amok, and they have to defrost Stallone's Spartan to race him down and get him. I really like this movie. I saw it in the cinema when it came out, and I can't wait to rewatch it again. I'm picking up a lot of the directors that I really like. I'm picking up their full collection. Tony Scott picked up some of the things. You know, there's other great directors like Scorsese that I'm picking up, and Ridley Scott's one of them. A movie that I have seen, I have no knowledge about it. I can't remember it at all, but I know I did watch it, and that is Legend. And I don't really know what to expect. Young Tom Cruise, Ridley Scott, Tim Curry, and amazing makeup. Hopefully it'll be good. The girl from Ferris Bueller, we'll give it a shot. Jake Gyllenhaal, great performances. They did some paycheck movies earlier on, and one of them was Prince of Persia. I kinda liked it in the cinema. It wasn't fantastic, but I really want to give it a rewatch. It's getting closer to the end of the year, and it's time to start building up that top 10 list, the 10 greatest movies of the year, the ones that I really enjoyed. So I'm picking up things that I really enjoyed early in the year to see if it's going to make it into my final cut. One of those movies is Ex Machina. Now, I really enjoyed Ex Machina when it was in the cinema. Really weird, really small, intimate movie. Really enjoyable sort of mind games, and one of the wildest dance sequences I've ever seen on celluloid. I'm really looking forward to giving this another crack to see if it's going to make it into the top 10 for this year. I really like David Gordon Green. I think he's fantastic, from his George Washington right up to his latest stuff, which is really good. I'm really looking forward to Manglehorn, which is coming out soon. I thought that Prince Avalanche was absolutely fantastic. But in between these two dramatic periods that he's had, there was this period where he made comedy movies. Pineapple Express, which I've never really been a fan of. I've never really got. I've got it in Blu-ray, and I keep trying to watch it to see if I'm going to get it, but I don't think I'm getting what other people get out of it. Like Your Highness, which I just didn't like at all. I've tried a couple of times to watch it. It's just not my cup of tea. Out of the three comedies he did, my favourite was The Sitter, and even that's not that great, but I picked it up for £1. I thought I'll give it a try again. David Gordon Green is definitely better when he's in his dramatic element and in his low budget small tales about individual characters. Again, another Tony Scott movie that I really want to see, haven't seen it in years, and that is Domino. Keira Knightley, Mickey Rourke. Keira Knightley is a bounty hunter. I remember this having really strange colour palette, really choppy editing. I think it was ahead of the curve, so I'm interested to see it now. that most movies have kind of caught up with that kind of style, so I'm interested to see how it holds up. As it's getting to October now, start to build up horror movies that I'm going to watch throughout the month, and I'm really fond of the late 90s horror movement and the kind of movies that, you know, somebody's stalking people, calling them off. It's not particularly great, but I really like those movies for some reason. One of those movies is Urban Legends. I'm going to be the first to admit it. It's not the best movie on the planet, but I really enjoy it. I mean, it's getting close to Halloween. This is something that I'll throw on and just enjoy the hell out of it. Another movie I picked up was I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I really, really do like. I enjoyed this. I've seen this when it first came out in the cinema as well. The thing about this one is I had to import it from America. I could not get it here in Britain. For some reason, they just do not have I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's crazy. I really like the movie and I'm looking forward to giving it a watch. I've not seen it in a good few years. Also picked up I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, which I could get a UK copy of for some reason. I've seen this a lot more than the first one, but I do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to watching it again. One of my favourite directors is John Carpenter, and I've been picking up his movies in Blu-ray as well, and one of the ones I recently picked up, and I cannot wait to watch this again, and you know, tonight could be the night I actually throw it on, is Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favourite movies. Kurt Russell is absolutely pitch perfect in the lead role as a hero who doesn't do anything heroic, who doesn't help out at all, who's just kind of there all the way through the movie. Yet when the movie finishes, he's got all the kudos. It's got some great special effects, it's got some fantastic standout moments of cinema. I personally think this is an out-and-out comedy. I think it's supposed to be a comedy first and foremost. I love Big Trouble in Little China and I cannot wait to see this. Again, this is an Arrow release. It is full of absolute amazing extras. I can't wait to delve into them. You know how when you get a movie and you're like, I might watch the extras, I might not, I can't be bothered, we'll see. This is one that I am going to watch. I cannot wait to see the extras on this. So I've picked up two Steelbook this month. One that I said that I wasn't going to buy, but I relented and finally picked it up, and that one is the Planet Terror Death Proof Grindhouse set. It is a lovely Steelbook, but the problem with this is I already own the Grindhouse Blu-ray, and I already own the full feature-length versions of Death Proof and Planet Terror separately. So this is the third version of this movie on Blu-ray, which shows you how much I love this. I think this was seriously underestimated, and I think that even though Tarantino thinks it in his complete career, Death Proof is the lesser of all his movies, I still think it's a really enjoyable movie, and a lesser Tarantino movie is still better than a lot of people's best movie. The last Steelbook I picked up was Avengers Age of Ultron. Really enjoyed it in the cinema. Looking forward to getting it watched again to see if it's going to end up in my top 10 this year. You never know. And that is it for this month. If you see any bargains, let me know on Twitter, Graham Doe, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.
Man versus Film.